all-wheel drive with the V8. Yes, not a V10. So what I'm gonna do is make it rear-wheel drive, and hopefully I don't mess anything up. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. You guys could do it too. So let's get started, and hopefully we don't fuck anything up. So first things first, let me give you guys a quick walk around. This is a 2008, like I said, with a V8, not a V10. And the only mods I've done are exhaust, Asante wheels. They are 20 by 12 in the back with 3 25s, and 20 by 9 with where are they at? 2 45s. So first things first, we're gonna jack it up. And if you don't know, you need to buy one of these, because on the Audis, the way you jack it up is there's this thing right here, and this hockey puck thing slips right in so it doesn't damage anything. Or there's also 4 points right there. Can't see it sticking out. That's one for the front. There's one on each side. And for the back, it's right here. And trust me, a lot of people jack these things up the wrong way. I see it all the time. But since I gotta get it up on all fours, we'll do it from the middle, take off the wheels, and then go from there.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
When you start something and then you're like thinking, what the hell am I doing? Pretty much what's happening right now. What I always do is try to fit a tire underneath, in case this bitch falls. I'll be good. So you guys should do this too. Throw it on the back. Make this easier. A little bit of a tight squeeze. So we have to remove, I think, that front shield, all these bolts, and I think that rear shield, but hopefully not, but I'm sure I'm going to. Okay, let's get started. I'll let you guys know what size it is. Let's actually try this one. Oh yeah. Let's see if we could. Damn, I'm strong. And this is check the size. It is I don't know. It's just a Duralast. I'll find out the size and I'll put it in the description. So we'll just start unbolting all of them. I should have my gun. You know what? I'm gonna go find it because this is gonna take forever. Oh hell no. I'm gonna go find it. I'll be back. I randomly had this one in my toolbox, which is what we need. Of course, it's Duralast, but this is a T30. Do this real quick. Ooh. Hello. Looks like the two back ones are smaller, so let's put these, separate those. Oh, and they're aluminum. Okay. Take this off. Let me give you guys a look. Closer look. All right. So with that exposed, okay. So we have to remove that. That's the front diff. And this is tight squeeze. We have to remove that, which is part of the back transmission. Right here. And according to what I've read, you don't need anything on there. It's just gonna spin. So let's start by removing those first. Let me see the size that is. Remember to flop around like a sea lion to get under here. Okay. Oh fuck. Hopefully we have that. It's like this size. Oof. Yep. That's the size. I'll let you guys know what it is. I can't even see it. So it is, I don't know if you guys can see that, T50. So you need a T50 to take off these bolts. So let's hope this drive shaft doesn't move. Well, these are gonna be fun. Looks like they kind of stripped them. Can't wait. So it's super sketchy taking off aluminum bolts. Well, it is for me. Yeah. The front diff is not connected to anything. Like there's no sensors, no nothing. It's just the front diff and fluid. Oh my lord. I'll be here all day. Let me see if it'll spin. Of course not. I'm gonna take off the e-brake. Be right back. Tell me why I waited for the car to see if it was gonna roll back after I took off the e-brake. When I damn know well it's like up here like on jack stands. Okay, let's see if we can twist it. Damn. I am strong. So the only problem I see is I'm about to put the e-brake back on. So if you have a friend, call them over. You're like, hey, let's have some beers. And you can help me with this project. This is where the friend comes in handy. And if you're skinny, more power to you. There's the front. Let me see. Make sure you guys don't turn off this time. Right there. Just leave it there. Hope for the best. I don't want to take off this cover. So let's see if this works. Hey, buddy. Oh, thank God it's the same size. Okay. There you go. There we go. Hey, hey. Look at that. So I'm actually gonna remove this bracket. So hopefully this thing kind of collapses on itself, drops the front one, and then I could drop the back one. I think these are 12s. Oh my luck, it's gonna be at 13. Of course. 13, right? Yep. I am actually going to put the bolts back on, and I'm going to take off the axles next and then do this. Ow, ow. So in order to move the front axles, or remove them, I have to take off this shield now. So that's going to be fun. Stay tuned, kids. This is why people pay people to do this stuff. That's a lie. You can see the axle right there. So I just have to remove that. But I think I'm gonna have to do it with an extension. So problem is, I think it's stripped. Sure. To take this one off, we are going to use our lifetime warranty Pittsburgh hex bit socket set, and it's a size 17. Take this puppy out. That was easy. Put you back in for now. Okay, go to the other side. And do the whole thing over again, but I'm gonna give you guys a better angle of what the hell I'm doing. Set you guys right there. Hopefully you guys will see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. One down. Okay. Hope you guys can see that. Small victories. So we're out. Wait, this one fits. Okay. case you are wondering how I'm holding the axle, long little screwdriver, but from the back side, and pretty much just lodge it in like so. So pretty much when the axle is trying to turn, it's just locking it like that. So everything's off. Now we just gotta back this axle off of it. Nice. It's locked. So these bolts, I don't know if you can see them, but they're the bolts behind the thing. This thing. They're the bolts behind the front diff. And I have a T50. And that's all I have, so that's what I'm gonna use. Oh, thank God. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you, Jesus. 4. So, I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 bolts in the front. I think those are 19. Okay. And I'm back. Nope, it is a 18. These are 18. Okay. Oh my Lanta. What the hell? Jeez Louise. Alright. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, that's all. So these 2 front ones, this one and that one, are 18s. And then these 4, which is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, I used a T50 to take those off. So we're gonna drop this bad boy, this thing, and hopefully all the axles and everything else comes off. All right, it's finally time to bring it down. I have no idea how heavy this thing is. Oi, oi, oi. There it goes. It's going. All right. Whoa, whoa. Really? Okay. It's out. And bam, it's out. So, now you just have to remove these bad boys, like so. There is the one. Bam. And then this one is the other one. Yeah, pretty much what the kit is, it's this. This is what the kit entails, which is pretty much the end of the drive shaft. That was the one that connects to the knuckle. That's all it is. Just this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, all we're gonna do is grab the bolt that came out of here. This is gonna go on the back side. So it's gonna act like this. This is gonna go in here. And it's just gonna hold everything together. Apparently I'm not ready. Come on, man. Make me look better. Woo. Let me just show you guys again how this goes. So pretty much when you buy this kit, and I'll put the link to this exact kit, all it is back piece. So this is gonna go right back in here like so. Like that. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's too dark. Let's see if I could line it up. There we go. So all it is pretty much just a cap. So this is where your axle goes, and this is just gonna hold everything together. So when we come over here, this is just gonna go in like so. And then we'll just hit it with the gun. That ain't going nowhere. Make sure everything's good. Okay. We Gucci. Let's go to the other side. So I believe this kit is $100, I wish, $570 for this kit. And if you order it, the only thing you're gonna get is just 2 of these. So, and then the setup instructions, but if you're watching this video, you don't need the instructions, just follow what I do. And a couple times. Let me give you guys a little tour of the bottom, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like from down here. As you can see, we got the caps on. This is where the front diff his home used to be. He got evicted. He ain't there no more. And hopefully you guys can see this is the tunnel. And let me try to, oh man. So as you can see back here, that's where the back of the drive shaft goes. And it's gone. And nothing in the kit is included to kind of cap it off. Oops, oops, oops. So you pretty much just leave it alone. And it just stays like that. So I'm gonna set you guys down so you guys can watch me put the front shield on. And then this one. Okay. The middle shield uses all of these bad boys. So you guys can watch me install them from there all the way to the here. Let's get started. Okay, so just a quick recap on the tools that I used. This one, which is the hex bolt socket, I use a 17 to remove the bolt that holds the axles. I used the T30 to remove all the small bolts that go all underneath pretty much all the shields. I used the T50 to remove the bolts off of the drive shaft, and it's the same one to remove the 4 bolts, which are these, that are behind the front diff. So T50 for both of these, and then to remove the bolts off the axles, you're gonna have to buy this one, which is a triple square, and it's a M8. And make sure you buy M8. Don't use these. They're all triple square, but I didn't have a problem with just using these regular star bits. But make sure you buy, I don't know, this set off of, I don't know. I got this one out of Riley's, but because these you don't want to strip. This is like, oof. If you strip one of these, good luck, man. And then I used 18 mil to remove. This one goes in front of the diff, and then that's pretty much all you need, other than like extra things like a gun to make it quicker. And I used this one to stick it in, which you probably shouldn't do, but I did it. Quick tip: if you think that you're never gonna put it back to stock, or you're never gonna sell it or whatever, and you don't care about your axles, all it is in the kit is these end pieces right here. This is all it is. So if you really don't want to spend $570, which is like what I think the kit costs, you pretty much just remove this and pop this out. This is all you're gonna use it, and then it's gonna go on the back. But you're pretty much gonna destroy your axles. And I would just buy the kit, but just in case you don't want to spend pretty much $600, you can do that. All right, so we are pretty much done. All I'm gonna do is just put back on the wheels, take the jack stands off, and then go drive it and see how it feels. Go, she's all done. Look at her. Man, that wheel gap though needs to settle a little bit, but still have to throw some coilovers on this thing pretty soon, hopefully. All right, let's take her out and see how she feels. Down, let's go through the neighborhood. The steering feels a lot lighter though. Hopefully I don't move. We're on the little hill. Get that parking assist off. Oh, clutch froze way better. transmission feels 10 times better. Downshifting feels 10 times better. Okay, we're gonna do a full lock now. Nope. Oh man, if you've ever been in one of these cars with the full lock, it just doesn't like it. Okay, so we have an Evo.
You're supposed to be helping us fix this piece of crap.
What up, man? What are you guys doing?
We just finished putting the clutch and the throwout bearing and all the other crap in it, and he's playing with his tunes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Dude, that's funny. One of my Evo buddies. We broke loose in second. Oh. All right. Let's try it out. I guess everyone's out for a test drive right now. Don't mind my brakes. And there's the daily. Alright, so final thoughts on this. If you have a R8 or V8, do it. It's a must. It's not even a question. Just buy the parts and take a little bit of time and just do it. Difficulties scale, I would say it's not that bad. I did it on my own. I say it's about a 5, 6. So once you have all the tools, that's the main thing. You gotta buy like those triple squares that nobody has. Or unless you're a VW owner and Audi owner, then you probably already have that stuff. But if you don't, and you're like me, you're gonna have to go out and buy it. Keep it in your toolbox for the next time. But highly recommend it. Big advantages on it. Just normal daily driving it. If you ever driven one of these at full lock like I did in the video, man, that thing is just, it doesn't like full lock. Now I could do it all day long. Few other things that I read about this: clutch life is a lot longer. You should get better miles per gallon, and more important, you're gonna get more power because you don't have that drivetrain loss anymore. It's just bam, straight to the rear wheels. And as far as like having fun in the canyons, you know, it's my first time driving it like this. I don't think there's gonna be a difference. I mean, the car's gonna handle. So what's next for this car? So far, I've only done, okay, neighbor, really? Suspension, because it's just too high. I mean, people all tell me like, no, it's perfect height. No, it's not, it's too high. Then I'm gonna wrap it. So when I wrap it, I'll show you guys how to take off the rear bumper and get to the exhaust. The exhaust is not that hard. I did it on this car. That takes a little bit longer. I would say that's about difficulty scale about a 7 to 8, just because there's so many bolts. And then when I did it, I had bolts coming out of my ears and I had to figure out how to put everything back. But wait, there's more. So one last thing. I actually drove the car today and it actually feels slower than before, but only because as soon as you punch it, the traction control comes on instantly and it just pulls the power away from the car. Then once it gets traction, it gives you back the power. So if you're kind of used to the all-wheel drive, like just giving you that punch, which is what you're kind of looking for or you kind of want, when you do this, it's gonna be a little bit more fun just because you're gonna break loose with the traction control off. But with it on, if you're gonna just step on the gas and go, the car is just it's gonna give you that initial push. Traction control is gonna come on, and it's just you're just gonna be like, what the? So just keep that in mind. All this is reversible. It's not permanent. If you don't like it, you can always go back, just reverse the steps, and you'll be fine. You'll just be another day of just working on the car if you really don't like it. But just, if you do it, just try it out. Try it with the traction control on, then try it without the traction control on, and just be safe out there. Till next time.